Hey, it's your girl Sammy, and welcome to my podcast, Sammy's Hideous Laughter, where if you fail your wisdom throw, you are forced to laugh, and if you pass, then you piss your pants. Welcome to the very first episode of my podcast. I've been wanting to start a podcast for a while since I really enjoy listening to them, so I'm really excited to start making my own. For now, my schedule hopefully will be every other Friday, and then once I graduate university, I will hopefully aim for every Friday, but for now, we are just going with the flow to see what happens. This is going to probably be a shorter episode, as this will mostly just be an introductory of what is to come of this podcast, so thanks for stopping by, and let's just get into the couple of things that I kind of wrote down to talk about. So the first topic thingy that I wanted to just bring up and talk about is the naming convention of this podcast, because I chose Sammy's Hideous Laughter, and I'm sure if you don't know Dungeons and Dragons, then you probably won't know why I chose that. But originally I wanted to name this podcast Bardic Inspiration, but when I looked it up, I saw that it was taken, and that was very sad, because I was really excited to do Bardic Inspiration because I really like being a bard in Dungeons & Dragons, so I decided, you know what, if I can't use Bardic Inspiration, might as well stay on topic and get a little fun. And so I chose the spell that is called Tasha's Hideous Laughter, which basically, with a wisdom saving throw, blah blah blah, target someone. If they fail, they just, whatever you say, they just find so hilarious. They just keep laughing, and it's like a good distraction and stuff. So I thought, why not do that? It's funny, it's fun, haha, funny spell. And instead of Tasha's Hideous Laughter, make it Sammy's Hideous Laughter. I thought it was clever, I thought it was big brain, plus I think my laugh is weird, so it fits of how I think about that. So I've been told a lot that my laugh sounds either fake or like when I'm really laughing, like deep in depth laughing, that I sound like I'm a honking goose or that I'm choking. So it's either I'm a goose and choking or I sound like I'm fake laughing. So either way, I've just kind of decided, yeah, my laugh kind of whacks, so I think it fits perfectly with Sammy's Hideous Laughter. I think that's pretty fun on my book, on my side, I don't know what I'm talking about. Why did I choose to do a podcast when I talk a lot, but I also just don't know where I'm at majority of the time. I'm also saying I'm a lot, so I apologize. I have never done this before, so you're gonna have to get used to me getting used to this. But I think it's going to be fun. I'm really excited. Which also kind of leads me into my next little part that I do want to talk about, which is what to kind of expect from this podcast, because I do plan on doing a lot of different things. Something that I think is pretty obvious, at least if you know me from my main channel, which is Sammy, that I talk a lot about video games. I tend to go over video games. I am most known for talking about Yandere Simulator. I've also talked a lot about indie games and Cube World. What else? Well, I mean, I have a video that's about a bunch of indie games mixtured, but I have a video specifically on Cube World and stuff, and then I have specific videos on Yandere Simulator. I do have a Medium account, where you can write stories or articles and stuff, where I wrote entirely about how disappointing this game was. What was it called? Little Hope. That's what it was called. It was Little Hope that I had so much hope for, ironically enough, and it kind of disappointed me. So I wrote an entire article thing about that. So video games is definitely going to be, there's a hair. Anyway, video games are definitely going to be a big thing to this podcast, especially also probably Dungeons & Dragons, just to fit along with the name. So both that, I guess if you want to count board games as well, board games, video games, games in general. Probably also as well updates on my life and work, whether it's schoolwork or just my actual work, which at the moment right now would be streaming on Twitch, YouTube, OnlyFans, honestly, helps with the finances, so I guess I gotta include that. but those 3 are mostly my main work that I can think of, and then podcast would also probably be another one. Probably won't be a big one because I doubt this will actually make me any money for either a good while, so I don't know if I'd include it as work, but it is definitely a passion project, so I guess it can kind of be included. I'm also probably just going to be doing some fun rambling, maybe some fun ranting about different things, maybe just ranting about games I don't like. You know, for example, Yandere Simulator and this other game that came out that's called Dream World or something. Well, it didn't come out. It's terrible and I hate it, but it's just bad. And I definitely want to talk about it more. I think I might mostly actually make a video about it, but I'll probably talk more about it in this podcast. I would also like to apologize if I go in and out of audio. I realize I keep turning, and I see that it doesn't pick up my voice as best as the other, but I'll try to adjust it as much as I can, just so then this podcast works. But once again, trial and error. I'm working on it. We'll see what happens. We'll see when we get there. And something I am also very excited about that I do really want to bring into this podcast are guests. I'd love to bring on guests, whether it's like other YouTubers or streamers or even just some friends to talk about different things. I think would be fun. I don't care if they have like subscribers or followers or whatever. Honestly, it could be a friend of mine that doesn't even do social media. I just feel like it'd be so fun to have guests on to just talk about different things. I don't know if they'd be like exactly interviews, but I guess it also depends on the person. So like if I am doing another creator or a creator friend of mine, I probably will ask maybe a couple questions and then just bounce off of each other and talk about different topics that I might plan out, and so then we know what to bounce off of and go for. I think that would be really fun, and I would really love to have some guests on here. If you're listening to this and have any like suggestions of guests of people maybe I should try and reach out to, or people maybe I should reach out to someday, whatever, you know, all that fun stuff, go ahead and let me know because I'm open. I'm really excited. I am really excited about this. It's a good time for me to just sit and talk about a lot of stuff. I should also mention I might also bring up some serious topics in here, because although I am just trying to vibe and have a good time, talk about things I like or like fun little ranting, hee hee hoo hoo, pee pee poo poo, I do want to mention that I do want to bring a lot more attention to mental health things, or not like society, because I don't want to be like we live in a society and have my Joker uprising or something, but like just ranting about life, especially my life at the moment with just rent and how expensive everything is and the minimum wage, just more serious stuff like that, where I want to open up more about it and start a conversation about certain things. Mental health is a big thing for me, so I probably will be doing episodes about that. I also plan on making videos about that, so a lot of fun with that. I'll also just, I don't know, I'm really just trying to have a good time, to entertain, to chill. Oh gosh, I feel like I'm gonna burp, probably because I had soda earlier. Dear. Excuse me, princess. Well, anyway, on to the next little topic I got to talk about. It's just about like why my schedule's been a bit busy in my life and why I'm going to have pretty spaced out episodes, if not end up being spaced out more. We'll see. I'm really hoping that. I feel like I should be able to do once every other week, because just in my head it should be a lot easier, because I'll record maybe 45 to an hour and then see works from there, edit from there, and then I should probably have like a base of what I'm working with anyway, and then to add switch audio and stuff, and then work from there, upload it, have it all good, be vibing, be moving. But basically it's just because I'm really busy with school and work, and both moving as well as just being moved out, and my mental health and everything. With school, it is very tough solely for the fact that it is very fast-paced. It's a bachelor in science degree for video game art, and it's in 2 years instead of 4 years, which is what usually it takes to get a bachelor's degree. And it's in 2 years is because it's a fast-paced course where there are no breaks, no winter break, no summer break, no spring break, nothing. And there's a new class every single month. So finals at the end of every month, new classes every month. Usually it's one class per month. Well, at least because I'm online, it's usually one class per month, and then occasionally 2 classes per month, which as I am recording this right now, it is July, and currently I'm taking 2 classes right now, but August 1st is when both finals for my classes are, and then Monday of August 2nd, I'm just going straight into my next class. So it's completely straight through. I should be graduating in November if all goes well, if I don't fail anything, and if I don't just die or something, is when I should be graduating. November 23rd is the projected graduation date, so knock on wood, hope that stays the same, because it was supposed to be September, and then I failed a class, and then I got really depressed, and then I had to skip a month. But, I'm really excited, because I'm almost done with it, and I'm really happy with what I learned, and I'm just really excited to do things with my degree. But that's definitely a big reason why I'm busy. I have new assignments every single Sunday, occasionally Wednesdays and Sundays, Thursdays and Sundays. It's a lot because I have to get pretty big projects done in the span of a month, and then have milestones of that project done in a span of a week. So it can be really stressful and very hard, which is why a lot of stuff is spaced out, especially with work. My work right now is just Twitch, YouTube, and OnlyFans. I am unable to hold like a full-time job or part-time job due to my mental state. I am mentally ill. So I actually have papers in front of me that I need to finish filling out to send to Social Security, because I'm trying to get disability benefits, as it is a lot for me to work. That kind of brings up the mental health thing. I struggle with a lot of mental health issues, being depression, anxiety, obsessive compulsive disorder, post-traumatic stress disorder, and I am going in the process of a diagnosis for borderline personality disorder and possibly Tourette's. That's still an on-off type thing, but it's like, I don't know. I don't think I have Tourette's, but it is still up in the air just due to certain circumstances. If I do, it is probably just a very mild case, but a lot of that stuff is holding me back from doing a lot of things. Borderline personality disorder does usually develop around this age, so it's probably why, if that is what I get diagnosed with, why things have been so extremely difficult for me just suddenly. I mean, life has always been pretty difficult with my other disorders, but I mean, like, it got 10 times worse, and it doesn't help the fact that I live very far away from family. I was born and raised in Washington State, and then I moved to Arizona in August of 2020 because I was just ready to go. I needed to move. I needed to get out of there. I am ready to be on my own, and so I zoomed out of there. And then everything mentally got worse. And honestly, a thing that could have triggered the faster paced development of certain things or things to get worse was probably such a big move in my life. So it's probably why mental health has been very, very whack. But hopefully should be getting better because I have a therapist, I have a psychiatrist working with a bunch of stuff. But it's a big reason on why life is a bit hectic, and it's why I'm doing self-employment work with YouTube, Twitch, and OnlyFans, but that's also why my schedule for them is so everywhere, because not only am I busy with school, but I'm busy with having to handle myself mentally, so my schedule is kind of whack because I stream like once every other month, and then I upload videos at least once a month. I'm still going pretty strong for that, at least once a month. But it's very annoying. And at the end of July, which is this month, this episode will probably be out in August, but I'll also be moving, which is even more content stump, but my life is in shambles. So that's basically that. But I am very excited for the upcoming content coming from me once I move, because I will be having my own office for about 9 months. Me and my roommate are renting a townhouse that is 3-bed, 2-bath. So from 9 months, from our lease starting July 26th to the end of April, I believe, it'll just be us two. So I'll get one room, and then the second room will be an office. I'll have my desk in there. I'll have everything set up. So that's going to be really fun. And then at the end of April, someone else is going to be moving in with us, and then I won't have an office for about 3 months until we find a new place. But I'm very excited for that, because that will hopefully bring up more streams, more photo shoots, more content due to whether it's YouTube or OnlyFans or just social media, podcasts included. And I even have a cosplay photo shoot planned for August, along with another possible commentary video, which I did slightly mention earlier when I was talking about Dream World. I do kind of want to do a video on that, so maybe that in August, maybe September. We'll see how long it takes me. But I do know I plan for a cover in August, so that one is mostly confirmed. Photo shoot in August. I have a lot of plans, and I'm really excited because I'll have a lot more space by having an office to myself. It will be a temporary thing for now, but it is still definitely going to help with boosting content. And so I'm really excited for boosting that. So I really hope you stick around, because hopefully more content from me soon, both podcast-wise, video-wise, streams-wise, OnlyFans-wise. If you're here from there, I doubt a lot of people are going to be listening to me that follow me on OnlyFans because they got something else on their mind. But I don't know. Some of them are actually very sweet and very good supporters of mine. And they're really to just support me and have a good time. So if any of them are here, hi, thank you for listening. So that's probably going to be it for now, because that's basically the gist of everything at the moment and why I'm pretty excited for this. I know this is short. I've been recording for about 18 minutes, so I want to apologize for that, but I've been wanting to start my own podcast for a good while now and just decided to go for it, as it could be a good stress reliever, and if it does well, possibly another nice source of income, since living is very expensive. But I really do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please subscribe to the podcast channel, which is just Sammy's Hideous Laughter, which you're either listening to this on or whatever streaming services I might be able to get this podcast on. We'll see. Who knows when it'll be up, but I do plan on that. You can also check out my main channel, which is Sammy Chesky, and my second channel, which is just Lisa1201. So, thank you for listening. Thank you for hanging out. Like, subscribe, comment if you're on YouTube. Listen if you're on anything else. And thank you. Sorry for the short episode, but episode 2 should be a lot longer since it won't be an introduction. But yeah, thank you for listening, and hope to see you in the next episode. Adios, muchachos.